Hello all, how are you? Hope you are all fine and doing well. Today's topic is a poem, the geography lesson from Honeydew by Zulfikar Ghosh. Before I proceed, you can once read the poem on your own. Here is the poem, and let us discuss it now. Look at the poem. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned, and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. So here sprang means to take off, and inevitability means which is very certain to happen, which cannot be avoided. For example, what is very inevitable for all of us now? Yes, a mask. We cannot avoid it. And haphazard means not in clear order or plan. Because of the lockdown, many lives have become haphazard. Okay, now let us see the stanza. So in this first stanza, the poet tells us that he could see the necessity behind the way the city had developed. You see here, a city looks in order with the streets, but when you see it from a full height view, you can see it in not any good order. The poet did the same. He had seen the city from the jet when it rose to certain height, and from that height that city had looked like a miniature picture. Everything looked reduced in size, like you see a mile reduced to 6 inches. And from that height he understood that there was a necessity, there was an inevitability for that particular order of the city, or for the city to develop in that particular way. He has seen that the arrangement of the dwellings was not in order, not with any plan or style, because it was inevitable for them to develop in that particular way. And what is the necessity, or what was the inevitability, he would explain in the second stanza. See the second stanza. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. So, populated means people living there. Delineate means to describe or explain or show in detail. Now, in the first stanza, he said there was a necessity. And what's the necessity here? Yes, the land and water. So, the cities developed with a necessity. So, here in this second stanza, he tells us the particular reason or the logic of geography behind the way the city had developed. So, here the jet reached 10,000 feet, and he learnt that the land and water attracted humans to settle in one place. You all know water is the essential source for humans to live, and of course we need land to live or for shelter. So He saw that cities developed near rivers, and that's the reason the valleys were populated. Now, the poet could see that humans selected places with enough water sources and land favorable to live. So, this was the reason that the cities developed in a haphazard way or without any order. So, they did not develop cities with the style but with necessity. Now, let us see the third stanza. So, here the jet would rise 6 miles. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. So, in this third stanza, he expresses his concern for hatred among the humans. He learnt that the earth was round and the earth had more sea than land, but he did not understand or he couldn't comprehend something. When everyone's reason was necessity, why there were walls across the cities like borders, like barriers? He did not understand why humans have built boundaries when all live with the same requirements, that is, land and water. He couldn't understand why they have reasons to hate and to kill among themselves, though they have common cause to live, and though they actually have to mutually respect their existence. Instead of mutually respecting or mutually cooperating, what humans have done, they have built borders. The poet did not understand the necessity of these borders, and from that height, which means though he was thinking from a deeper perception, he did not understand. It was not clear from that height. So, some information about the poet Zulfikar Ghose. He was born on March 13, 1935 in Sialkot in British India. That Sialkot is now in Pakistan. You see, uh, he was a native of India and current resident of Texas. Okay, so you can read the details. Hope you understood. Thank you.